Now, in today's video, I'm going to concentrate on the importance of persisting, particularly in regards to a specific person manifestation. I think we struggle to persist with that the most because of the emotional upheaval that it causes, 3D circumstances, particularly if you've got third-party issues and other obstacles in the way. And it just feels, for a lot of us, and we believe that it's tougher. But majority, in fact, pretty much all of my clients come to me initially for specific person manifestation. And I hear all sorts of stories and I see how much their bridge unfolds. And I've got numerous success stories. I've got quite a few more that I need to upload. So I'm a bit behind at the moment, but something incredible happened with a client of mine. She's still on her journey, but she's allowed me to share this little update. And I'm just going to share what she had informed me of today, this process. And it's a really good way to demonstrate to you the importance of persisting and letting go. This is where it really comes into play. So I hope that this is going to demonstrate it for you in a nice, simple way so you can see the importance of it. And hopefully, no matter what 3D is showing you, allow you to not get too derailed by it, allow you to not feel like you need to give up, because you don't need to give up on anything. You want that dream, you want that goal, you want that specific person. Listen, you can have it. Absolutely. But you've got to believe in yourself and have faith and trust in the process, trust in the bridge. And I'm going to share it all in this video. So stay tuned because it's really quite exciting and quite impressive how it turned around. First up, I'm Athena Raven. I'm a mental health and manifestation life coach. I'm here to empower you and provide simple information as to how you can use the law effectively to your advantage in order to realize your dreams and desires. So if you enjoy the content, if it's really helping you, please do like and subscribe. I really do appreciate that. Help this channel to grow and let's get the message out there to a wider audience. Let's try and overrun all of this hyped up, making it magical, clickbaity BS that is out there at the moment. Let's get the truth out there, the hard facts, the fact that this can be difficult, and the fact that the bridge can be horrible at times. I mean, the bridge always, incidents in our life, it's all neutral. It's the meaning that we apply to it that is super key. And I'm sure when I tell you this story, a lot of you are going to think, well, if I was in that situation, I would think the worst case scenario as well. I would think that is it. There's no way. I would be derailed. I would break down. See, what had happened with my client is that many years ago, she was in a relationship with this guy. They broke up. I won't go into the details of that. But what I will say is that over the years, she's been fortunate enough that they have managed to form a friendship. But this friendship never progressed to anything more. He met someone else, he got in a relationship with someone else, he moved in with this third-party member, and of course she's seeing this unfolding in front of her eyes during this journey, and she's getting more and more devastated because the more times that they are spending together as friends, the more she's really realizing, cementing the fact that she misses him. She wants her relationship with this specific person. She can't move on past this specific person. It's got to be him. She feels it in her heart. It's a knowing. But she can't seem to get past this friendship that they have and this third party issue, which was very much in her face. It was a real struggle for her. And so she did what we all do. And it's chasing and being the first one to reach out and initiate contact and encouraging him to spend time with her. Come round, come round. And of course it was working against her and it was met with resistance and it was just keeping her in this downward spiral. And so she comes to me wanting to change this dynamic that they have. And so we're working together, and we've been working together a couple of months. It's not long. I've not seen her loads and loads of times, but I've been there supporting her quite consistently because I also allow WhatsApp support after my coaching session as well. And so she's utilizing that and keeping herself regularly in check. And she needed to, because the bridge was a bit of an arse to her, shall we say. So what had happened was she manages to pull her energy back. She manages to realign herself and keep her focus on what she wants. She manages to break out of the bad habit of constantly being the first one to reach out and initiate contact. Now, that was tough. She had to have complete trust and faith, and things were moving in the right direction, and she was feeling elated about it. He's reaching out more to her. He's coming to see her more. They're spending evenings watching movies, having food, and it's going well. However, she's still friend zoned. And although he's saying some stuff to her and even reminiscing about their relationship as well, which is all really positive, she kept on losing sight of that because he was going back to the third party. It was too much there. So we worked hard on third party removal, or at least, because we're not removing anything, we're working on shifting our state of being to get that outcome. But of course, sometimes psychologically, we need to try and diminish the third party from someone's consciousness and awareness, starve them of oxygen so that they cease to be in our current reality. They're not serving the purpose. So that's not part of, this is not the reality I want to experience. She wants to experience being with her SP. And so we work on that. We did some cognitive behavioral therapy as well to change the meaning around this. I kept her aligned and I kept her focused on the things that were working out for her instead of the things that weren't. Because trust me, her mind kept on going to everything that was going wrong instead of focusing on the gratitude of the things that were going right and using that as the driving force for keeping persistent in this. So I kept her persistent and I kept her strong. And then what happens is communication starts to dwindle. And immediately she's doing what a lot of us would do, which is, okay, we seem to be going backwards now. I'm having less communication. What's happening? Come on, keep aligned, keep aligned. So I'm there by her side through this, cheerleading her on. We've got this. I was like, this is a done deal. I've manifested this outcome with you. I've heard you give me the story of everything's worked out for you. It's a done deal. You know, have faith in that as well, because that helps my clients too. If I manifest with them as well, you should have all the faith and the power within yourself. But I understand that that can be tough too. And so I'll join you and I'll manifest with you. And so I did. And I said it was a done deal. And that helped her as well. And we kept realigned and focused. And then she gets contact from her SP. And guess what? The SP says, I've bought an engagement ring for the third party. Now, you guys are probably thinking, what on earth is happening here? She's persisting. She's being realigned by her coach. She's doing everything. She's doing everything right, even when she's spiraling and stuff. I'm not giving her a hard time about it. It's okay. You're a human. You're going to be spiraling. And the thing is, I can see things objectively. I've done this for so many years. I can see alternative perspectives and I feed that into her and I shift her mindset because my God, she was freaking out when she heard that news and she couldn't possibly see how this could work in her favor. But I was like, trust in the bridge. And so we worked together on that and we realigned her. She felt better. Now, he's planned to do the proposal on this romantic weekend away. It's all been planned. It's all been set up. And so recently, they've gone on this romantic weekend. And of course, she's angsty, but she's keeping herself busy. And I'm keeping in communication. I'm keeping tabs on her. I'm keeping her accountable and aligned. And she manages to set herself free. She's actually doing really well. And I wasn't hearing that much from her. And I thought, great. She's no longer spiraling. She's realigned. She's trusting in herself in the process. And then time passes. They've had the weekend away. The proposal must have taken place, or at least that's what she was perhaps thinking. She's not giving it too much thought though. And a week goes, no communication still. And she's sort of telling me this, a little bit worried. And she's like, maybe they're really celebrating now with all the friends and family. Of course, it's getting her down thinking this way. I'm like, no, stop right there. Let's interrupt that thought process. How do you know? How do you know? What if it's actually really gone to junk at the moment? What if it's all fallen apart now? What if that proposal was the catalyst for things going wrong? You've got just as much evidence of that being the case as evidence for it going against you. And so she realigns and she persists, and she's done really well considering it's not often that I get bridges that unfold in this sort of way, but hers was meant to unfold this way. And considering it's her first SP manifestation, hun, if you're watching this, like, absolutely well done to you. I've said it before in our sessions, but you are amazing. So what happened was she gets contact today. And I hear from her today, of course. And so I have to share this with you guys as well whilst it's fresh in my memory. And she says it all fell apart. She says she heard from her specific person that essentially everything went wrong. The proposal didn't go according to plan. And if anything now, He's basically single again. Of course, they're still living together. They've got this shared apartment, so they need to sort out the logistics of that. There's going to be a process going on. But essentially, this proposal needed to happen. It needed to get to this point in order to break this relationship up, because they were living together in their own bubble, perhaps existing, and him wanting to push things along by then proposing marriage. Obviously, the third party, and I don't know the entire details of it yet, but obviously the third party has just been like, you know what, this isn't what I want, and actually this needs to end, or something along those lines. It's had to get to that point of, okay, this is make or break, and it's turning serious or it's turning to nothing. And of course, it's broken everything down. It seems that the pressure of it getting to that point was too much, or whatever the situation, whatever happened. But the outcome is they've broken up. He is now stating that he's practically single, and they've got to be in the process now of sorting their stuff up, divvying up their stuff and separating. She, of course, is elated. And this is why I said perseverance, persistence is so important. Persistence mainly is persistence in the faith and the knowing that it is done. Persisting through the 3D circumstances, no matter what it is showing you. How many of you who would have been in that situation, if you put yourself in the situation of my client, how many of you would have spiraled? How many of you would have given up? How many of you would have stressed out and applied the meaning that, right, it's all working in their favor, they're going to be happily married, and you would have detoured, like I said in my video before, about you would have taken a detour, you suddenly shining the light and the torch on this outcome, the unwanted outcome, the fact that they're happy together and seeing them married, rather than you seeing yourself as who you wish to be, seeing the end result that you want to experience, experiencing that, saturating your mind with that, walking in the faith, you're going in the direction of that end result. How many of you would have done that and persevered in that? And how many of you would have been derailed and just thought, well, this is it. That is it. You know, she didn't get any contact. And when she did get contact, it's to say, look, I've got an engagement ring. Because they had, you know, they were friends. He didn't see any problem in telling her that. But of course, it's all working out for her. It's all working out for you, hun. As I say, it is always working out for you. Everything is working out for you, even if you don't think it is. 3D circumstances are neutral. You're the one attaching the meaning to it, that it's not working out. The bridge, like I've shared from my own personal experiences, can be bumpy, can be tough and turbulent. No, it's not the universe testing you. You're not being put to the test here. It's all part of the bigger picture, the greater plan, and it's always perfect. But you've got to persist. You've got to keep strong. You've got to trust and have faith in the process. So I really thought that was important to share with you guys who might be going through a really tough time with your 3D circumstances. Let me know if this helped you out. Let me know if you've been through something similar. And I'm sending you all the love and support in the world. I'll catch you in the next video.